Hey, what's up everybody? This is Oseberg501 and today I'm going to go over the lowest recoil build for the new Sig MCX 300 Blackout Rifle. And like always, I will have a link in the description to the Tarkov Gunsmith website that will have this build on there, so you can easily see every part you need, and this will also give you constantly updated prices for the flea market, so you can easily see how much it's going to cost if you don't have ranked up vendors to be able to buy the pieces from them. Before we get into this build, this is a very new weapon. It just came in this patch, and it is also a new ammo type and the only weapon with this ammo type. So this weapon currently doesn't have a ton of options, so I don't think it's going to be one of the best meta weapons in the game because its stats aren't the greatest. But even with that being said, it's a pretty fun weapon to use, and the bullets for this thing are pretty ridiculous. So first off, for the sight, use whatever you want for whatever situation you're going to be going in. With the changes with this patch, some of the sights like the HHS ones that used to reduce recoil don't do that anymore. So pretty much the only thing you're looking for in sights is if it reduces your ergo, and if you like using it. I usually just use one of the EOTech sights. Whichever one you like to use, go ahead and use that. We are going to be using a front and a rear sight, whichever one of them gives additional ergo. I usually just use the Magpul MBus Gen 2 rear and front sights. These both give +1 ergo for pretty cheap for essentially nothing added on to the weapon. You only have one current option for the charging handle. For the stock, we're using the Sig Sauer thin lightweight MCX/MPX stock, slightly better than the other stock. This is one of the big reasons that I think this weapon is a little underperforming in stats, because it has almost no options for the stock. Most of the other meta weapons will have a buffer tube or some other attachment for a stock that gives stats, and then the best in slot stock on top of that. So I think once it gets some more options for this, it will probably be a much more competitive top end weapon. Then we're using the 229mm barrel, gives a slight recoil reduction compared to the shorter barrel. For the magazines, use whatever mag you want. If you're using 60 mags, always use the Magpul PMag, the round mag. It's usually around the same price as the thick mag 5 mags, which have -2 ergo compared to the PMags. So just use those if you're using 60, and then you can use whatever else you want for whatever choice you want for magazines. Then for the pistol grip, using the HK Ergo PSG1 style pistol grip for AR-15 based systems. Anything this can go on is going to be the best in slot pistol grip. It's pretty ridiculous the amount of stats this thing gives. You only have one option for the upper receiver. Then we are going to be using the Sig 12-inch key mod foregrip for MCX. Now for the grip, this is one of the spots that actually has a lot of options. We're going to be using the Victor Cast V key mod 6-inch guide with the Hera Arms CQR tactical grip. Pretty much anything that this grip can go on is now the best in slot grip just overall. And then for the tactical device, you can use whatever you want for a tactical device and put it on whichever side you want. I personally use the D-ball tactical flashlight. I would always recommend using an IR flashlight over a laser pointer. A laser pointer will just get you killed. People can see it all the time. It can shine through doors and shine through some walls. So I'd always recommend using the IR flashlight for a tactical device to have that increased accuracy while hip firing. For the barrel attachment, this is where the gun picks up some ground for the stats and makes it somewhat competitive. So first off, we're going to be using the Sig Taper Lock muzzle adapter. Then we're going to be using the Sig 2-port brake muzzle brake. And then we're going to be using the Sig Sauer CRD QD sound suppressor. And also another good thing about this weapon is that the best recoil reduction is in a silencer, which seems to be much more common in this patch for most of the meta weapons. So that's good that the weapon is silenced. That'll usually do you better in combat than having a super loud weapon that the entirety of the map can hear. And then you have no other options for the gas block. So that is the entirety of the Sig MCX 300 Blackout Rifle. It is a really cool looking gun. Like I said, the bullets for this thing are pretty ridiculous and definitely one of the best bullets in the game, especially for a fully automatic weapon. And I can see if they add a few more parts, a few more options for this weapon, it could easily be one of the meta weapons. I don't think it's going to be one of the absolute best weapons in the game with the current sets it have, but I do think it will be a pretty fun weapon to use. So subscribe if you want to see more Escape from Tarkov videos. Leave a like if you liked the video. Leave a comment down below what you guys think about this new assault rifle, and thanks for watching.
Вот тут другая была, точно. Парни, тут наших вот... Друган набивал точно. Мы подошли из-за угла. Ага. Съемное местечко. Открытие! Вали, вали, хуесоса!